Today's thought experiment comes from a simple, almost deceptive question. What would happen if every atom of iron on Earth instantaneously vanished? Not rust, not turned to lead, just ceased to exist. The immediate answer seems obvious. Our civilization, built on skeletons of steel, would collapse. But the reality is far quicker, far more intimate, and infinitely more terrifying. The end wouldn't come from falling skyscrapers, it would come from within. Let's start with the first second. In that instant, every steel beam in every building, every engine block in every car, every nail, screw, and wire would disappear. The world's great bridges, the Golden Gate, the Sydney Harbour Bridge, the Akashi Kaikyo, wouldn't just fall. They would dissolve into clouds of concrete and asphalt, their steel tendons vanishing into nothingness. Skyscrapers would pancake into mountains of dust and glass. Our entire industrial world, a testament to the Iron Age, would cease to be a structure and become mere rubble. All transportation would stop. Planes, held together by steel rivets and powered by iron-based engines, would disintegrate in mid-air. Ships, their hulls gone, would become ghost fleets of cargo and sailors plunging into the ocean. It would be the single greatest structural failure event in history, happening everywhere, all at once. But you wouldn't have time to witness it. You wouldn't hear the crash of cities or the roar of falling bridges, because in that same first second, a far more fundamental catastrophe would occur inside your own body. The very essence of life for almost every complex organism on this planet depends on iron. The red color of our blood comes from hemoglobin, a complex protein responsible for transporting oxygen from your lungs to every cell in your body. At the heart of every hemoglobin molecule sits a single atom of iron. It is this iron atom that oxygen binds to. Without it, hemoglobin is just useless baggage. The moment iron vanished, every molecule of oxygen in your bloodstream would be instantly released. Your blood would lose its ability to carry oxygen entirely. It wouldn't matter how deeply you breathed, the life-giving gas would simply have no way to reach your brain, your heart, your muscles. It would be the most profound and immediate form of asphyxiation imaginable. Before your brain could even process that the world outside was collapsing, it would be starved of oxygen. A wave of universal, silent death would sweep across the animal kingdom. Every mammal, bird, reptile, and fish, anything with iron-based blood, would die in a matter of seconds. The planet would fall silent, not with a bang, but with a final, collective, unheard gasp. The Earth's surface contains only a fraction of its total iron. The vast majority, an almost unimaginable mass, resides at the center of our planet, forming a solid inner core and a liquid outer core. This colossal sphere of iron, larger than the planet Mars, is the engine of our world. Its swirling liquid outer core acts as a massive dynamo, generating the magnetic field that surrounds our planet. This magnetosphere is our invisible shield. It deflects the constant stream of charged particles from the sun, known as the solar wind, protecting our atmosphere from being stripped away into space. The process would be slow at first, but relentless. Molecules of oxygen, nitrogen, and water vapor would be knocked away into space, one by one. Over thousands of years, the solar wind would erode our atmosphere, thinning it until the sky turned from blue to black, and the surface became a barren, irradiated wasteland like Mars. But we wouldn't have thousands of years. The consequences of the core's disappearance would be far more immediate and violent. The iron core is incredibly dense. It accounts for about a third of Earth's entire mass. Removing it would be like removing the ballast from a ship. The planet's gravitational pull would dramatically weaken. The remaining layers, the mantle and the crust, would no longer be compressed by the immense weight of the core. The result would be a process called planetary rebound. Freed from the immense pressure, the Earth would begin to expand. This wouldn't be a gentle inflation. It would be a planet-wide cataclysm of unimaginable violence. The crust would fracture, triggering earthquakes that would make our most powerful seismic events look like gentle tremors. Volcanoes on every continent would erupt simultaneously, spewing oceans of magma onto the surface. The very ground beneath us would become an unstable, hellish landscape of fire and rock. Even the moon's fate would be sealed. With the Earth's mass suddenly reduced by a third, its gravitational hold on the moon would weaken. The moon would begin to drift away, its orbit becoming wider and more eccentric. The delicate gravitational dance that has governed our planet for billions of years would be broken forever. So, what happens if all iron on Earth disappears? It is not a story of a slow decay in a world without humans. It is a story of total, instantaneous annihilation on every conceivable level. Our civilization vanishes in a cloud of dust. Life itself is extinguished in a single, silent breath. And finally, the planet itself tears itself apart from the inside out, its atmosphere bleeding into space, its surface consumed by fire. The disappearance of a single element wouldn't just end the Iron Age, it would end the world.